Welcome back to what could be a very important Road to Glory episode here in the Youth RTG. We find ourselves with 6 games to go in the League 2 season, and we find ourselves also top of the table. However, only by 2 points from Bolton and 4 from Cambridge. But the biggest gap that we're keeping our eye on this episode is that to 4th place. We've 6 games remaining, so we'll do 3 today and 3 tomorrow. Now, the aim is, by the end of today, if we win all 3 of our games today, we will guarantee automatic promotion to League 1 for next season, because we will be at least 10 points clear of whoever it is that sits in 4th. Currently, there are 3 teams there on 68 points, but at least 10 points clear with 9 points available. However, if we do drop any points today, then we're going to have to rely on other results to go away to guarantee automatic promotion today. But I feel like automatic promotion is kind of a given already at this stage. It's a case of whether we can or cannot win that title to take us up to the division above as champions. Now, because we're able to pretty much factor in the fact that we're going to be League 1 next year, when it comes to fan objectives for next season, please do start to leave them in the comment section down below. And of course, feel free to tweet me them as well. And let me know what fan objectives you'd like me to have in League 1. With regards to fan objectives we've had this year, I can show you as we stand right now. I have recently updated them to show you that. Isaac Morris has 23 of 20 goal contributions required from him this season. That went very well. After last year, where we made a late push for the playoffs but spent the majority of the season in the bottom half, getting 5 victories to 0 seemed like a pretty solid objective. Turns out we got 19 so far in all competitions. We took 4 points off our local rivals Burton Albion, of the 2 that we were expected to get, and we might have slightly underestimated the goal contributions with all forward players. I think perhaps that should maybe be 130 rather than 30, and if it's 130, then maybe we might still just sneak that by the end of the season. I need to give one more debut as well. Now, frustratingly, the board my board managerial popularity rating is weak, despite having ticked both of those. Ticked that one, and top of the table, and the only thing I haven't done is reach round 16 in the FA Cup. So I'd like to think that we certainly won't lose our job. Can you imagine if I finish top of the league, win the league, and lose my job? That would be disgusting. Right, as we push forward then, of course, with the new season on the horizon, I mentioned it yesterday as well, do feel free to DM me on Instagram or tweet me publicly on the tweet linked in yesterday's description. I'll perhaps put it in the description of this video as well, with regards your kit entries for next year. Again, a reminder, the home kit is black and white themed, the away kit is red themed, and the third kit and goalkeeper kits, you can have free reign of colour choice. Please do ensure, though, that all 3 outfield kits, home, away, and third, are the same manufacturer. I'd appreciate that very much. And next year, I'll try not to make the same mistake I did this year in putting white numbers on the back of a white shirt. Well done, Ches, you moron. Right, to start with, Sutton. They're not having a great season. Then it's that team in 4th, Doncaster Rovers, before we then have Crawley 3 days later. It's not going to be easy to seal automatic promotion today, but despite the defeat to Cambridge yesterday, I have faith that we can do it. Drop the video a like if you believe. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on what's to come in League 1 next year. And let's go and seal that promotion. Sutton line up with Jack Rose in goal for them. Lee Angol scored against us last time we had Sutton. I think we simmed it though. They are bottom of the table with 30 points. I don't think they're officially relegated yet, but it might not be too long before they find themselves in a position where they'd be playing National League football. That was naughty. I just turned away at the wrong time for Joe Kizzy, and Sutton's survival, that is quite blatantly two-footed, isn't it? Sutton's survival attempt takes a massive hit. Already they've taken a striker off and had to bring a defender on. They had a man sent off inside 3 minutes. I just turned with Boyle as he was getting to me, although to be fair, even if I hadn't turned with Boyle, you could see quite how disgustingly two-footed the challenge was in the slow-mo replay. That was pretty nasty from Kizzy, and Sutton now down to 10 men. Because they've made the change, though, to bring a defender on for a striker, they will still be as difficult as prior to actually break down. It's just hopefully they have lost all of their goal-scoring potential for the rest of the game. So it's a case of knock, knock, knock on the door, and how many times can we score? Picked off well by Castro, and that's going to be the half-time whistle. Well, considering they're bottom of the league, and they have 10 men, it was possibly one of the worst halves of football we've played all season. Cambridge are actually losing by a 1-0 away from home at Stockport, but Bolton are 1 up at the moment, which means they will come level on points with us at the top of the table. 2 shots for me, 1 for them, but as you can see from the XG, they weren't great chances, 0.0 apiece. Despite having a man less, they split the possession 50-50 as well. Sutton doing a job on us here at the minute, trying to earn themselves what could be a very valuable point in their fight to stay up at the bottom of the table. I need to fix up in this second half, because let's not fall at the final hurdle here and stumble over the line. We want to make sure that we sprint over the line and show that not only are we going to get promotion this year, but I genuinely feel, provided we can keep hold of our best players, we can perhaps challenge for back-to-back promotions. Here's Bugle. And Lee, forward from left back. Bugle. Ooh, awkward for Fernandez, that. He's furious at his defenders, but it was right at him, and it wasn't struck super hard. He perhaps could have done better with that from the set piece. Smith delivers. It's not great, and Samaras will clear, thankfully. Half an hour to go here. Still locked at 0-0 against 10-man bottom of the league. Jakubski even to Bugle. Another good chance for Sutton. If he keeps that down, they might steal all 3 points. Well, we know if we win all 3 of our games, we'll go up automatically. In a minute, I can't even string passes together, let alone have a chance on goal. I don't even know if I've had a proper shot in this second half here. That was questionably a foul there. Kai's going to make me a good run, but Eastman's blocked it well, and Sutton are fighting for their damned lives here. And so far, fighting very well indeed. Bugle in the box again, but Bakker puts a toe in. I'm not sure whose ball that will be. It's theirs for a corner, and still, Sutton come forward. Smith with the delivery from the set piece. It's going to find Eastman, who flicks it on. And if it weren't for... Oh my god. Oh my god. Bakker just wouldn't pass it. Very nearly 1-0 Sutton on a number of occasions. I can't quite believe the game has gone the way that it has. I think I'd rather they stayed with... Keep it in play, mate! I think I'd rather they stayed with 11 men. Connick can be our saviour once again, perhaps. Kai Connick, no, saved well by Rose. I delayed slightly, just trying to get it onto his favoured left. And then the keeper closed me down. 2.5 to go. Still 0-0. We will not win this game against Sutton. We might still lose this game against Sutton. Fan Yun Long in the box. Finds a teammate. Forcing him wide. Well, on the full balance of play, I think I actually have to be happy with a point there, which I can't quite believe is something I'm saying. Sutton were the better team. With 10 men for 87 plus minutes, they had more than twice as many chances as me and just as much possession. Cambridge do lose, Bolton win, so they'll go joint top with us at the top of the table, but thanks to our goal difference, we will stay in that number 1 spot. Still 10 points to Donny. They drew as well. Orient lost. And I presume then that Salford lost as well. So Bolton were the only side to win of the top 6. Everybody is stumbling at the minute. We drew, Cambridge lost, Donny drew, and Orient and Salford both lost. Port Vale now just in the automatic promotion picture. Oh, what a ridiculous turn of events. Right, well, let's go and beat Doncaster instead then, shall we? That would be a huge result, more so than the Sutton one. Fellow promotion chasers Doncaster Rover then arrive with a 4-back, I think, for a change. Jonathan Mitchell in goal, and Haber Younger. No, actually, I think it is 5, isn't it? Yeah, 5-1-1-3. It's a 5-2-3. It's just that Taylor's pushed slightly further forward into a cam spot because it suits his positioning. Liam Taylor, one of the few Patreon players we've come up against so far. Just the 2, I think, in Liam McDonough and Tom at Wimbledon. However, as we progress into the latter seasons, we will surely rub shoulders with more and more of those Patreon VIP tier players throughout the course of this save and the Southampton save as well. Over on the second channel, which is ongoing if you want to check it out. And I think that might be happening again. But my terrible football very nearly led to a decent goal. Unfortunately not. Morris with the delivery. It's not bad. And up goes Kai Connick down into the ground with a header as you're taught to do as a kid. But deflected wide. We'll try again. It's Zach Backer. He's on target, I think, but with about half a mile an hour's worth of pace on it so the keeper can readjust his feet. Where is Ben Jack going? Look at him, he's off. Go on then, lad. I'll play him in. Kennedy looking for Edwards through the gap. Can't get it to him. Castro to Samaras. Samaras to Edwards. Kennedy's in a good spot. Then close intercepts. Deary me. Couldn't break down Sutton. Can't break down Doncaster. Well, half-time sounds at 0-0 again. And I tell you what, I'm not playing very well today. I'm really not. Possession has been decent, but actual chance creation is just not there. Not chance creation of any real quality. 3 shots to their none. Not like Doncaster are doing anything either. But you can feel the tension in the air around Patreon Park. It's just a nervy time right now trying to get across the line, especially against another team that are also trying to do the same. A result here in the positive would be massive for either side, and a result here in the negative for either side would be perhaps even more damaging. Morris is in here though, and across here to Edwards. And that's the sort of thing that we've been doing all day. I can't quite believe he's missed that. Close. Molyneux. Taylor picked off well by Samaras, but Taylor wins it back again. Molyneux turns the reverse ball to Miller, but it's a tame effort. Donny's first shot of the game after 53 minutes. Line to Morris, who's turned brilliantly. Okay, we're in behind here now. Now, do I go all the way, or do I try and find a teammate? Find a teammate's what we've done. And Edwards this time still can't force the ball over the line. Doncaster's goal survives once more. Kai Connick has to come a little bit deeper to get to that. Here's Isaac Morris. Take your time, pick your spot, finish the shot. I can't believe it. What have we got to do to score a goal in this game? Looking for Morris again, who for a second time turns his man. And Mitchell makes the save this time instead. Nobody in the middle though. Have to wait for support. Here's Jensen Glover. And into Castro. Keeper barely had to move. Just stood there and hit him on the shins. You can hear the roar from the crowd. This is it. Kennedy's delivery. Backer with the header. But he doesn't get to. I need to go forward here. And it needs to come forward quickly. Oh my God. Jensen. Glover! Saved by the fingertips of the keeper. Retiring in 3 or 4 weeks' time, Jensen Glover. He very nearly was the one to make the breakthrough to give us the victory. Kennedy's corner with minimal time remaining. And still, Mitchell keeps us out. Back to back, 0-0 draws. I think the boos are a bit uncalled for, if we're honest. What can you do? It's just the game coding that in. It's not because the fans would actually boo in that scenario. That was a valiant effort by our boys in the second half, but their goalkeeper and my own central attacking midfielder decided between them that nobody was going to score. Bolton take top spot with 4 games to go as they were victorious on that match day. And now, not only does the title look in question, but perhaps automatic promotions looking less likely than before. It's still probably 75-25 in our favour for getting automatically promoted, but that is absolutely 4 points dropped today, and the gap to Orient is actually 9. Still, those teams below us drop yet more points. So if we win this game against Crawley away from home, we will be at least 9 points clear of Orient and Salford, with our goal difference being twice what theirs is. Crawley Town. Roshan Greensall in goal for them. They've got Jack Rolls in the midfield. Channel favourite, of course, from Cambridge United times. 4-3-3. So it's actually going to be quite nice not to play against the 5-back. We pray. We live in hope. This might be the day. Somehow, as we've stumbled, so's everybody else. Will it be the day today? In there is Edwards, the man that let us down in the last game. Feeds an assist this time. Kai Connick squeezes it through the tiniest of gaps. And for the first time today, is that promotion in the bag? It really was the tiniest of gaps. Was it keeper post keeper? It was a mixture of both. We don't care. Yes! That might be League One football right then and there. Samaras has made a fantastic run forward and will feed Kai, who scores an immediate second. This is why I hate 5-backs. Because as soon as we play a 4-back, we're dominant again. 2 to the good. Edwards, maybe run one side of a defender, please, Kai. He's in and on a hat-trick. Keepers come. Oh, it would have been so beautiful to seal the hat-trick in such fashion. We'll go to Morris. Kai's there in the middle. Connick on a hat-trick. Doesn't have it. Greensall with the save. We created more in 28 minutes of this game than we did in both previous fixtures, it feels, combined. And Samaras, look at the run of Kennedy through there. Rory! Greensall with the save. We're enjoying ourselves now. It might be a promotion party tonight. Oh, nearly a third again. Tell you what, his keeper's earning his wages today, although he's not going to get a clean sheet bloody bonus. Morris. Kai. Morris. 3 of the best. They've made them pay. Promotion on the way. What's the scoreline at half-time elsewhere? Cambridge drawing 0-0. Salford drawing. Leyton Orient winning. Doncaster drawing. I think it's just Orient that are keeping us honest at the minute. Keeping it to the 9 points. Bolton are losing at home to Barrow. So, as it stands, we're going top again. Oh, dearie me. Even if the automatic promotion fight might be done by the end of today, the title race is almost certainly going to go down to the final day of this season. Edwards will lift this as well, and Rory should have the pace to get to it ahead of Mason. It's a lovely turn too. Bit of a heavy second touch, but Samaras will look to feed Morris, and we're in for a 4th, which we don't have. Castro, oh, look at the run. Brilliant ball as well. Can Edwards have his goal? No. Grease, he can't believe he's like, oh my God, to score a goal. I wish I knew, mate, otherwise I'd do it. Morris delivers. Zach Bakker! Straight into the hands of the keeper. He must have made so many saves in this game. Thompson, lofted, flicked on. It's De Tomas. Tipped over the top by Fernandez. 3 minutes to go. Crawley trying to deny us our 20th win to 0 this season. De Tomas whips the corner. Castro wins the header very well. It doesn't actually go away. Where? Give a man a heart attack. Mr. Fernandez. Bloody hell. You could see it, the gap open up, and he just stood there, motionless. And my heart came out my ears. We win by 3-0 against Crawley Town. I don't know if that's automatic promotion assured or not. Muted scenes is probably the way to phrase it here on the pitch at the death. So, whilst we're chasing promotion, have we achieved promotion? We don't know. We won't bother with the post-match press conference. Did Bolton turn it around in their game as well? I didn't quite glance quickly enough. So, as the league table stands right now, Bolton did, in fact, lose on match day 43 by a 0-0 at home to Barrow. So, we are top by a point. Orient and Salford both victorious as well. So we are 9 points clear of Orient and Salford City with 9 points remaining. So I would need to lose all 3 games tomorrow whilst also conceding 12 plus goals for Orient and Salford to turn it round. As a minimum, I'd need to or as a maximum, I would need to concede. If they say win by a goal each time, that takes them up to 19. That's a 15-goal swing. I don't think it's going to happen. I think automatic promotion is pretty much assured now. But that title, as we've seen today, results could go any which way. First and second have swapped places more than I care to remember over the course of today's episode. So, with Hartlepool, Gillingham and Tranmere, a home game, 2 away, and then a home game on the final day. It might be a trophy lift in front of our home fans to go up to League One, but all we know is we need a single point against Hartlepool to guarantee it. Join me tomorrow for a league title chasing season finale. You are not going to want to miss that because genuinely, as you've seen today, Christ knows what's going to happen. We've led the league. Bolton have led the league. We've been level on points. I'll see you tomorrow for what will be undoubtedly the most important episode of the season and of the save so far.